Hey guys, welcome to Morning Joe with me, Jim. Recording in the afternoon because I have appointments all late tomorrow. But by the way, well, this morning when you're watching, and yeah, it's CPI day. The inflation numbers come out, which should be moving rates lower. So let's take a look at something. This is a great time to buy right now, and it's a great time to buy because last year you had to oftentimes agree to pay 50 or 100,000 more than the asking price rather to get the property. Right now, not so much. You're getting deals. So let's look at one particular deal and see the best ways to use the seller contributions. Let's say your realtor negotiates a $400,000 purchase. That's the asking price, right, in Charleston County. And here I've automatically calculated taxes and insurance. And let's just say, seller concession loan. Let's say you get a rate of 7%. Rates are all over the place. Again, with the CPI numbers coming out, hopefully rates will be dipping below this. But let's just say, for easy math, you did 70%. You have no mortgage insurance. Closing costs won't be quite that high, but let's put it there. And you get a fixed rate loan, right? And then we wonder, what do you do with that? Well, the first thing you can do is just get a price break, right? It's asking $400,000. You negotiate an $8,000 seller concession, so you reduce the price by $8,000. That's 2% of the purchase price. Easy math. And so you can see your purchase price goes from $400,000 to $392,000. That's good. Your down payment goes down a little bit, and how much? By $1,600 you save in the down payment. That's also good. Okay, but what you could do as well is do a temporary buy down, right? And I have set this up ahead of time, but a temporary buy down, that same $8,000 equates to about 2.5 points. You've heard of points. Points are 1% of the loan amount that buy the rate down permanently to a lower interest rate. And let's just say that buys your rate down from 7%. Those 2.5 points buy your rate down from 7% to 6%. Sometimes it varies. It could be 6 point something or 5 point something, but just easy math. Let's say it buys it to 6 today. And that is also a good thing because you have a lower interest rate, right? It's a lower monthly payment. But the other thing you could do with that is do a 2-1 buy down. And a 2-1 buy down is very, very simple. The note rate would be calculated off 7%, right? We know that. But the first year starts for a year at 5%, 2% below the start rate, below the note rate rather. So it goes from 7 down to 5 for a year, then it goes to 6 in year 2, and then it caps at 7 and stays there for the rest of the loan. But this automatically calculates the cost, and look at this. The cost wasn't quite $8,000, so you're $541 short, so you apply that to pay part of your closing costs as well. Now let's look at the results. Okay, so you can see the $8,000 in the permanent buy down, the temporary buy down, and the price break. Now the price break is in green here. That is good, but it's to your advantage just for a few months, a couple months into the loan, really. And then what becomes more advantageous right after the first couple months is this blue-gray box, right? The temporary buy down, all the way to 2.5 years. That's better for you. Into 2.5 years into home ownership, it benefits you by a lower payment, lower interest. Why 2.5 years? Because remember, it goes back to 7 in year 3 or so. And so eventually it caps out as compared to the permanent buy down. And the permanent buy down does end up being better over time if you're in the loan that long. Now, I say that to say this. The reason I like the temporary buy down as opposed to a price reduction is it gives you more bang for the buck. It gives you a bigger savings every single month, right? And you can kind of see that here. So it gives you a bigger savings every month if you think that rates are coming down, which I do. And there'll be a chance to refinance, not into a 2-1 buy down at 5%, but into just a simple 5% loan instead of 7%. So if you think that that's coming, as I do, then I would probably suggest using that $8,000 in our hypothetical situation here, $8,000 seller credit to do a 2-1 buy down. Because remember, the seller agrees to net $392,000. They don't care what you do with the $8,000. They've already agreed to give it to you. So it's your decision what you do with it. A price reduction, a 2-1 buy down, or a permanent buy down. I hope that helps. I really like the 2-1 buy down if you think rates are coming down. Now, if you don't, for example, then I would do the permanent buy down and use the seller contributions to that, or pay closing costs, either way. But I do. I think I think everyone buying right now is going to be happy they bought because they locked in the price. And when rates do come down, I think prices will start going up again. And you're already locked into the price, but then you can refinance to a fixed lower payment for the rest of the loan, rest of the time you live in the home. Hope that helps. And if I can help with a pre-approval, let me know, and I'll be happy to.